Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, July 19, 2022. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has instructed road infrastructure contractors to be respectful of road users and residents in the areas in which they operate. According to Mr. Holness, the level of dislocation and discomfort experienced by residents could be avoided if contractors planned properly and made consideration for road users and citizens. Mr. Holness asserts that while the work being done will benefit Jamaicans, contractors must ensure that there's little disruption in the lives of citizens.
Any works that you're going to do, ensure that the forward planning is done to include provisions for dislocation. Early warning, dust screens, truck to water the road. I understand that I will have to be saying pardon our progress, but it shouldn't be that things that we can avoid, we didn't avoid. Go the extra mile to make the people who are going to face the greatest discomfort for this progress so that they can feel that their sacrifice is respected.
Rehabilitation of water supply systems are scheduled for communities in Westmoreland to improve access to hundreds of residents. The Rural Water Supply Limited will begin work on the storage system in Ashton in September. Completion is expected by November. The commitment came from Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie at a disaster preparedness town hall meeting in the parish.
This is a catchment tank in the community, and it is expected that over some 600 persons within that community will benefit from this upgrading of the water system at a cost of $10 million.
Meanwhile, the ministry is exploring a major water supply system to bring water to the community of Moreland Hill.
It is going to take some time, but on a short-term basis, we are going to be installing in Moreland Hill 10 water tanks that will carry 2,000 gallons of water that will be providing water to that community until we have completed the major work that is required to bring water to the community.
The minister also said the trucking of water to Westmoreland communities will commence shortly, noting that this is free of cost. Unemployment continues to decline with a record low of 6% for April this year when compared to the same period last year. The figure was released by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, last week during a virtual press briefing. Director General Carol Coy said for the period, male unemployment rates fell from 7.5% to 4.7%, while the figure for females declined to 7.6%.
The unemployment rate for youth, and here we're talking about from the age 14 to 24, was 15.5% in April 2022, which represents an 8.6 percentage point decline when compared to April 2021. The unemployment rate for male youth declined by 6 percentage points to 15.1%, while the decrease for females, which was 12 percentage points, was twice that of males, moving from 28% to 15.9%.
According to Statin, close to 25,000 persons joined the labor force in April, pushing the total for that month to over 1.3 million persons. A 5% increase was also registered for persons employed during the same period. Meanwhile, assessing the labor force by occupational groups, the largest increase in employment was recorded for service workers and shop and market sales workers. The increase represents 18,500 persons, or a 7% increase.
Females represented the largest increase in this group of 15,500 persons, or 83.8%. Employment also increased in the groups professionals, senior officials and technicians by 16,200, craft and related trade workers by 8,300, and clerks by 14,100 persons. The occupation groups, craft and related trade workers, and elementary occupations accounted for the largest increase in male employment.
The largest increase in the employed labor force by an industry group was in real estate and other business services. The recently launched Science and Technology Extraordinaires Recognition Program will be used by government to strengthen the country's science, technology, engineering, and math STEM industry. Executive Director at the Scientific Research Council, SRC, Dr. Chara Watson, says the program is designed to increase the interest and encourage greater participation by young people in these areas.
This extraordinary platform will be used as an instrument to foster an environment that will nurture the intellect of our students in STEM education careers, towards reducing or removing existing barriers as well as the gender gap that exists.
The first 9 recipients, all females, were awarded last Thursday for their contributions in various fields. The SRC hopes the S&T Extraordinaires program will allow for an increased enrollment of women in science at all levels, particularly at the graduate level. And finally, 700 young people have received training and venture capital support through the expanded Rural Youth Economic Empowerment Program, REAP. Participants also received advanced training in business development and management, a startup grant of $50,000, and up to 6 months of business coaching. The information is documented in the Planning Institute of Jamaica's 2021 Economic and Social Survey, Jamaica. The survey noted that as at December last year, 596 new agribusiness ventures led by youth were established and are operational. In addition, the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries has commenced its provision of access to arable lands for youth in agriculture. 25%, or approximately 474.3 hectares of available lands, are earmarked for eligible youths. REAP is being managed by the Jamaica 4-H clubs. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.